Hey, good morning guys. Olaf here from LSE. So today we are working at a job site where we have to clean out a lot of weeds. So we found this product. It's called Pivotrim. It's a universal fit. It's from Rhinotough HD line, and it should work with our steel. You can see it right there. It says steel. So I have a steel trimmer here. It's a straight shaft FS80. And so I just took the head off and I use one of these metal pins. That's a safety pin. You're gonna actually put it in here and then you turn your head till it grabs it and stays in there. So there's a disc, and you can see in the disc there are two grooves. That's where it slides in. That prevents the head from spinning. And so I took the old one out. There's the old part. It's a reverse thread, just making sure that when you guys take it off, keep your parts together. I don't need any of the other parts right now, but I'll install this here in a second. Let me just put you guys on pause. I just take it apart. I have it laying in my garage, actually on the workbench, for quite some time, so be right back. Alright guys, so now I've taken it apart. Not the nicest way, I just ripped it apart, but there it is. So what comes with it is a set of strings. I think we have here 2, 4, 5 and a 6 one, so we have a set of 2 strings for it. We have I would say that is some sort of a spacer. Might be coming in handy. This is where you put in here for your nut to go on. Then they gave you this part where they have a lot of different screws in. Nuts and bolts, pretty much your utensils. So sorry for this all being one-handed with my cell phone, but I just wanted to show you guys that quick. So let's see on this thread what fits. This is too small. This is too small. Bunch of bolts in there which nobody needs. Another one, left threaded but wrong thread. Almost fitting, but too coarse. Let's see if this one will work. It's okay. No. And they put some stamps on here, so maybe I should just look at the manual, but before I read through the manual, I just try it out quickly. That almost fits. No, just a little start and then it stops. This one looks better. Let's see. J. Okay, so J, stamp J, fits actually for your steel. That's good. Perfect. So I don't have to go over to Fastenal or any other hardware place to actually get that straightened out. So the way it should work, as I said earlier, I do this one-handed. This works on there. There you see you need a spacer. That's maybe what this spacer is for. That fits right on there. And they gave me even a washer with it. Not sure if that helps of any. So down here you just put it in there like so, and it should just go right on there. Does not. It has to go in like this. So I guess there's a little work to do because it does not fit right away. Even though I was thinking it's just an easy I screw it on and off it goes. Turned to be too long, so would have to take this all off in order to make it work. That ain't cool. So what do we have to do in order to make it work? I think all we have to do is we have to cut it shorter because it's too long. As you can see, this thread is even too long. So if we have that a lot shorter, it will fit on. Let me do this here quickly. Be right back. Okay, so I just used metal cutting blade. Not the nicest job, but I just cut off a good portion, as you can see. I didn't clean it up or anything. Just want to see if it will fit on now. So now it has a wider opening here. So I might have to clean that up afterwards. But let's see if this now... Okay, that will fit. And this will fit. So that will fit, but there it's not short enough. So I would need to cut down a little bit more in order to get it on. Okay, not a big deal. Be right back, guys. Alright, so cut off now 2 pieces. Had to shorten this one also a little bit, but it looks like it will still hold a lot of the fabric. Slash material of the plastic will hold. So this goes now in, and it's not the nut not working. No, it's just deburred. Okay, so let me get this back in place. There you go. Now it goes on as it should be, and looks like now it would start grabbing also the nut. That's good. So now I just have to burr out a little bit on the plastic side so it fits over that shaft there. Then we get this part on. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, so I had to use a spacer. Can you see it? Yeah, there's a spacer. And had to cut it down proper. And now it was threading on correctly. So now it's working just fine. And I got the first one in. We'll further the next couple in. And I'll take you guys out to the field and show you guys how it works. So I'll see you in a bit. So this is a little bit of a voiceover. As you can see, I actually went to the field. It's actually a property of a good friend of mine, which was vacant for a little while, so the city was starting to complain about it. So I told her I want to take care of that, especially the weeds, as you can see in the front. I already cut those, and the strings which come with it are the yellow ones you can see. I later on ran out of them and changed over to what was available at a Rural King, were the Echo ones. I have to say these yellow ones are actually sharper than the Echo. The Echo, I got the 105, so the extra thick one, which is good for the high weeds, but not for the grass. So make sure when you start cutting with the trimmer into grass or weeds that you choose the right string diameter. As thicker they are, as more longer lasting they are. But one of the problems with that is that they only cut thick if you choose a thick wire. Even if you run it like I'm doing here on an FS80 on absolute high speed, it has problems to cut high grass because the string is too thick. So make sure that you use the right diameter. This universal head supports pretty much all the thicknesses, or thin wire you can think of. As thinner it is, as better it is for cutting grass or smaller weeds and whatnot. But since we had here so high growing and thick weeds, some of them were actually thicker than your pinky finger, sometimes even like your middle finger. And so I even cut those without a problem. You can see that some of these weeds, they're good, I would say, almost half an inch thick. That's where it became a challenge, especially if there was like a wood structure in it. It wouldn't cut it. That's where you would have to use a different type of a blade for that, like a 3T blade, which I have ordered, and I'm going to do a video about that as well, because I'm going back to this property next week, and I'm going to do another video where I'm going to go and actually cut some of the brushes and bushes down, and by using that blade, and might also buy one of the saw cutting blades, so it's like a chainsaw attachment to it, to get that all lined up. But I have to say that the investment I'd done into the FS80 was definitely worth every penny I spent on it. I think I bought it used for like $100 or something like that. It has a straight shaft on it, so you have to get used to working with the straight shaft. But definitely, if you have the chance and opportunity to buy one, buy it. Go with the straight. The straight at the end, once you get used to it, it will save you so much time, hassle, and also wear and tear on your upper body. I was working with that one for, I would say, almost 4 hours straight on that property. And I went, I think, through 5 or 6 sets of 3 strings each per head in total. So they're long lasting, and even me hitting the fence, which is a metal fence there, the mesh fence, it didn't cut down too bad on the string each time when I hit it. You heard the clanging noise, but excuse me, that was it. So whenever you cut with that line into too much weed at once, it starts to wrap everything around the head. That's when you have to pretty much stop, pull it back out, and start back over. So get yourself a good motion like what you see what I'm doing right now, and cut around like 5 inches to 6 inches into the weeds in a circular motion. When the weeds are too high, also I highly recommend that you're actually cutting the first top half off first and then focus on the lower bottom part. The reason why I'm saying that, we are in Florida, so we have a lot of spiders and other creatures being there in between, so make sure that you see what you're cutting into. So like I had on this property, I think 8 banana spiders, the size of my palm hand, with the legs being spread out pretty much as big as my whole hand. Those are very dangerous spiders, and there were other spiders as well. And yeah, I was sweating like a bullet. It took me like 4 hours, and I went through 2 t-shirts because we had 95 degrees. Even it was slightly overcast, but most of the time the sun was directly hitting me. So as you can see now, for the last pretty much 5 minutes, I used 1 set of strings, and I really went to town with it. And then they pretty much snap off, and then you hear that your shaft is spinning much higher in RPM than normal. You hear the tone changes. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe, leave comments below, and more videos will follow very shortly. So please rate us thumbs up if you like that video, and I'll do more videos about this product. Thank you.